حصلش لاج. شوف كده
هاي كيفكم؟
هاي
كيفكم؟
منيح أستاذ أنت.
الحمد لله good. Okay, yesterday we have solved problem 1. Today we are going to solve problem 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. So problem 2. Given the function fx equals x minus ln x, domain is 0 plus infinity, and C is its representative curve. Part 1. Calculate the limits over its domain. What are the limits over the domain? What is the limit as x tends to 0 of fx? How much, شباب, George, Sabaya, how much is the limit as x tends to 0? How much is ln 0?
Minus infinity.
Minus infinity. How much will be the limit?
Plus infinity.
Plus infinity. So here, second exercise. Limit as x tends to 0 plus of fx equals 0 minus ln 0 plus. Ln 0 plus is minus infinity equals plus infinity. So we can say x equals 0 is a vertical asymptote. Limit as x tends to plus infinity now of fx is infinity. Ln infinity is infinity. We get infinity minus infinity. Infinity minus infinity is indeterminate form. Here we take the highest power, x minus ln x. X is the highest. So we get limit as x tends to plus infinity of fx equal limit lal highest, which is x, equal plus infinity. Any questions about the limits? So ln infinity is infinity, ln 0 is minus infinity. Now part 2. Part 2 says, part 2, determine f prime x and set up the table of variations of f. Calculate f prime x and set up the table of variations. So f prime x, derivative of x is 1. Derivative of ln x is 1 over x. So we get 1 minus 1 over x. The LCM is x. We get x minus 1 over x. Now we solve f prime x equal to 0. F prime x equal to 0. It means that x minus 1 equal to 0. It means that x equals 1. Now, table of variations, we put the domain of definition from 0 till plus infinity. And at 1, the derivative is 0. F prime x, fx. To know the sign, if we take a number greater than 1, like 2, and we replace it in the derivative, if we put instead of x2, 2 minus 1 is 1 over 2, we get half. So it is positive here, negative here. Negative, it means decreasing. Positive, it is increasing. At 0, we get plus infinity. At plus infinity, we get plus infinity, and the minimum f of 1 is equal to 1. 1 minus ln 1 is 1. Any questions still here? George, any questions?
No, sir.
Part 3. I am going to draw this curve. To draw this curve, we have x equals 0 is a vertical asymptote. The y-axis, x equals 0 vertical asymptote. The minimum is 1, 1. I put the minimum 1, 1. You can use your calculator. You put the mode table. X minus ln x, you start from 1, you end at 5. The curve is decreasing near the vertical asymptote from plus infinity to the minimum. Then it goes to plus infinity. If we take particular points at x equal 2, at x equals 3, etc., we get the curve. Part B. A company produces and sells basic material where X is the quantity of this basic materials produced expressed in thousands. And the total cost is expressed in millions of Lebanese lira. So we have the total cost in millions and X is the quantity in thousands. Part A, determine the average cost. What is the rule for the average cost, Vanna?
C bar equals CX over X.
Yes. So the average cost, part B, A, the average cost, C bar X equals CX over X equals X minus ln X over X. The total cost. So the average cost is the cost of 1 unit. It is equal total cost over X equal X minus ln X over X. Find the quantity of the basic materials will be produced when the average cost is not 1,000, that should be 1 million. This one should be not 1,000, it is not correct. It should be 1 million. Okay, how to calculate if the average cost is 1,000 or 1 million?
1 million over 1 million
Yes.
gives 1.
1.
بنحط ب C bar of X محل ال X.
X over
لا ما بنحط
equals
محل
X.
equals 1. Yes. So here part B, C bar of X equal 1 million over 1 million equal 1. So X minus ln X over X equal 1. Cross multiplication. X minus ln X equals X. Then ln X equal to 0. X and X simplified. Ln X equal to 0. I remove X. I have ln 1 is 0. Then X equal 1. So the quantity is 1,000 basic materials. Part C. Determine the quantity produced when the total cost is minimum. And find this minimum. How to do, شباب وصبايا? Determine the quantity produced when the total cost is minimum.
From table.
From table. ليش from
minimum
table?
is X equal 1.
Yes. From table لأنه ال CX is the same as FX. And to be minimum, we go to the table. This is the table where it is minimum for X equal how much? for x equal 1. And how much is the minimum? Is also 1. So here, the minimum cost when x equals 1, 1,000 units of basic materials, and the minimum cost is equal 1 million of Lebanese lira. And the minimum cost is 1 million of Lebanese lira. Part D. The price of each basic material is 1,000 Lebanese lira. The price of each basic material is 1,000. Determine the total profit. How to calculate the profit?
Revenue minus cost.
Revenue minus cost. How to calculate the revenue? What's the rule for revenue?
Price.
Yes.
Price over unit price times unit of X times X.
So revenue Rx equal X times the unit times the price over unit. X, the unit of the quantity is 1,000. The price is 1,000 over unit price is 1 million. So 6 zeros from the numerator are simplified with 6 zeros in the denominator. So Rx equal X. Now the profit equal revenue minus cost. Profit is revenue minus cost. Revenue is X, the cost is X minus ln X. We get ln X. Now part E, calculate with economical discussion the following. What is the value of X when the company neither gain nor lose? In which case the company neither gain nor lose. Yes, Sabaya Shabib. In which case the company does not gain nor lose. What we call it?
Break even.
Break even. In which case we have
Equilibrium.
break even?
break
Px equals 0.
Break even يعني profit is 0. So here break even Px equal to 0 يعني ln x equal to 0 means x equal 1. Part 2. Find the minimum quantity. Part 2. Find the minimum quantity will be produced when the company achieve a profit. Find the minimum quantity will be produced when the company achieve a profit. يلا أيام لسه
Px greater than 1.
PX.
يعني x greater than 1.
Yes.
انتظار
Okay, we have seen for a quantity of 1,000 units, the company will neither gain nor lose. Now, to get a gain, Px should be greater than 0. يعني ln x greater than 0 means x greater than 1. يعني الكوانتيتي بتكون greater than 1,000 unit. يعني the minimum quantity is 1,001 units. The minimum quantity will be 1,001 units. Any questions?
No.
No.
We start with problem 3. We have the function defined over 0 plus infinity by fx equals x squared plus x plus ln x. Part 1, how much will be the limit as x tends to 0 of fx? How much the limit as x tends to 0 if you replace each x by 0?
Minus infinity.
Minus infinity. And what will be the limit at infinity?
Plus infinity.
Plus infinity. Good. So here, exercise 3. Limit as x tends to 0 plus of fx. We replace x by 0. We get 0 plus 0, 0 plus ln 0 equal minus infinity. So we can say x equals 0 is a vertical asymptote. We say x equals 0 is a vertical asymptote. Limit as x tends to plus infinity, we get infinity square is infinity, plus infinity, ln infinity is infinity, so we get plus infinity. Part 2, calculate f prime x. What will be f prime x?
Two x
Yes.
1 over x.
2x. Derivative del x?
1.
1. Derivative del ln x?
1 over x.
What we get? 2x. So f prime x will be 2x plus 1 plus 1 over x. It is positive for every x belongs to 0 plus infinity. Not necessary to take the LCM. It is positive. The x is positive, so it is positive. Now, table of variations, part 3. X, f prime x, fx, the domain is 0 plus infinity. Domain is from 0 till plus infinity. It is increasing. At 0, we get minus infinity. At plus infinity, we get plus infinity. Part 4. Show that the graph of C, the graph C of f cuts the x-axis at a unique point of abscissa x0 and x0 between 0.4 and 0.6. How to prove C cuts the x-axis at a one point of abscissa x0?
F is continuous and strictly increasing
Yes.
from 0.4 0.6. F 0.4 و F 0.6.
Good. واحد بده يكون, one of them is
greater.
So since C cuts the x-axis, يعني fx equal to 0. Fx equal to 0, since the intersection between the curve and the x-axis, fx equal to 0.
ما متصل جروب crossing course.
F is continuous. F is continuous and strictly increasing on 0.4, 0.6. Increasing from the above table, it is increasing. F of 0.4, using the calculator, you get minus 0.35, which is negative. And f of 0.6 equals 0.44, which is positive. So fx equal to 0 has one root x0 belongs to 0.4, 0.6. Five, if we need to draw the curve of this function, this is the x-axis, the y-axis. We have x equals 0 vertical asymptote. It cuts this value is x0 between 0.4 and 0.6. And the function is increasing. You can take some particular points using your calculator and you draw the curve. F of 1 equal 2, you can use f of 1 equal 2. The curve is increasing. Part 6, write the equation of the tangent. Write the equation of the tangent T to C at point A of abscissa 1. How to write the equation of the tangent to T to C at point A of abscissa 1? كيف
جيب ال
equation?
YA
Yes.
and the slope.
YA and the slope. How to calculate YA?
We replace it بFX.
Yes.
بعدين slope بالدerivative.
So YA 6 part 6. YA, this is point A هي 1 YA. YA is 1 plus 1 plus ln 1. We get 2. To find the slope, I calculate f prime of 1. F prime of 1 is 2x بتصير 2 plus 1 plus 1. We get 4. Then the equation of the tangent is y minus YA, y minus 2, equals slope, which is 4, into x minus XA, which is 1. So y equal 4x minus 4 plus 2. So y equals 4x minus 2. Okay, this is all for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Any questions before leaving?
No.
يلا.
Is this probability في بالامتحان؟
Yes, probability في بالامتحان similar. بعدين بكره بقول لكم which part you have to study well.
بس بدنا نحل exercises قبل الامتحان صح؟
لا بقول لك similar to which exercises. Okay. Remind me tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow to tell you what to study.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, يلا. See you. Bye bye.